In this video, I would like to demonstrate an introduction to Gene's scripting language for Planet Dance. Gene has developed this scripting language over many years. He's called it AstroBasic, and what this allows astrologers to do with a modest amount of programming knowledge is to develop their own scripts. So effectively, Planet Dance can be a customized astrology program. Over a couple of years, I've been able to code dozens of scripts that Gene has kindly included in Planet Dance. You can see some examples of my work in the other videos on his YouTube channel. One example being Kabbalistic degrees. This is something that is not, to my knowledge, included in any other astrological software. And it's based on ideas that I developed some years ago and wanted to be able to have in an astrological program, in astrological software. And it was Gene's AstroBasic that allowed me to create that and then make it available to other astrologers. The AstroBasic program can be accessed through the application menu. To edit a program or edit a script, go to Edit Application, and this brings you up the Edit Application window, and you'll see that I've created a B script for this video. Double click that and it brings up the script in the video in the editor window. This is a text editor that Gene has developed for AstroBasic scripters, and it allows you to code very simply, quickly and effectively. I'll just demonstrate setting up a new file using a very helpful template that Gene provides within AstroBasic, which gives you this initial structure to get you going. If you go to File, New, you get a blank document within the editor window, and if you go to Application, Templates, Horoscope, you have the framework to create your own AstroBasic script right there in front of you. I'll go back to the video sample that I've set up and edit that so that you can see AstroBasic in action. This code is identical to the template you've just seen. I've added some extra spacing to make this more readable, but you have in essence here the foundation of a script that you can then adapt to your own needs. If we go to Application, Run, you'll see at the moment the script outputs a blank Planet Dance window, and this is where the output from your script will appear. I'll talk you through the structure of this program, as maintaining a consistent and well-structured script is really important to ensure that you minimize the chances of any bugs and errors and any sloppy coding in your script. The first line tells the AstroBasic code to create a window 800 pixels wide by 600 pixels deep, and you can see that here. That's that window. The next section of the code provides the menu structure. So the first menu item is the menu that closes the script, and then there's two help menus, one in English, one in Dutch, which we'll have a look at in a minute. You can see again run, and you can see the two menus here, close and help. Click close and the window closes. The next section of code are the AstroBasic variables that you're declaring right at the beginning of the program. AstroBasic has a range of variables, but the three most used ones, at least in my experience, are variables declared as real, variables declared as integers, and variables declared as characters. Real variables can be numbers with decimal points. So for planetary longitude, which this variable captures, you want, of course, the longitude in to decimal places for accuracy. The integer variable declares whole numbers or creates whole number variables, and the character variable creates strings of characters. The next line, at load, directs the program to look at the load subroutine at the bottom of the program, and if you use this, it will open an ini file, an initialization file that you're able to name using the character variable, and it reads the variable time into memory. On close, save instructs the program when the script is closed to save any variables that fall within the ini file. In this case, it would save the variable time. This section of code between lines 16 and 22 are initial functions that the program or the script will complete to set up the various variables required for the script. So copy horoscope takes the horoscope from the main window, in this case startup, and writes the basic details to or copies the details into memory. Get name looks for the name of the file or the horoscope, in this case startup, and puts it in the character variable s. Set caption creates or uses that string to put this name of the horoscope into the bar at the top of the window. Get horoscope time takes the time here and puts it into two variables, the time variable, which is a string, and JD, which is the Julian date, as a real variable declared here. Get longitude and latitude gets the longitude and latitude of the place and puts them into these two real variables. Get planets is a most important function, and it puts all of the planetary positions for this horoscope, throws Sun through Pluto, the ascendant, midheaven, Chiron, 16 basic planetary positions, and puts them into the variable planet. Get houses does the same for the house positions or the house cusp positions. The next couple of lines instruct the program or the script to go to the @go routine, and run sets the program or the script running. The main body of the program is under the Go routine here. So what you have here is the basic script that gives the window its current characteristics. So visible 0 means stop rendering anything until visible 1 comes along, and then display whatever is written to the window. This helps with long and complicated scripts with a lot of graphical information. It means that all of that is done in the background before the display is made. Fill says fill the window frame for its full width and height with whatever the background color the user is currently using. So that gives the white panel here. In essence, that's all that's required for an AstroBasic script. But of course, this is not much use without further work. So if we put in the following code, what we should see in the window is now the string of characters saying hello cosmos. So just save that, application, run, hello cosmos. So this line of code says put the string that falls within these brackets at the position x equals 10 and y equals 10. So in the top left hand corner you will see the code rendered there. If we just close that, and if we change this to 100 and 100, save again, and then F9, you'll see that the string has moved to the coordinates 100 equals x, 100 equals y. Let's use the planet variable now and do the following. Initialize I, an integer variable, as 0. For I less than planets, which is a constant, put planet 10 10 plus I times 20 I. Close brackets, although the brackets are not strictly necessary for a single action like this, or single instruction. So what this says is that begin at 0 for I less than planets, so the constant planets, do this that number of times, put the planet glyph at 10 x, so 10 in from the side of the frame, start at 10 from the top of the frame, and for every instance of I, put the planet glyph and space them 20 pixels apart. If we save that, run, you'll see that the full range of Planet Dance glyphs, at least for the basic planets, angles, Chiron, Lilith, and the part of Fortune and the node, are displayed 10 in from the edge of the window and 10 down from the top, with a spacing of 20 between each one. If we alter the spacing to 30, you'll see that they're more widely spaced. Let's comment out put string, and you'll see that the string has disappeared. One final operation with these lines of codes. Put real number 50 10 plus I times 30 planet I 6. What this line of code is doing is saying against each instance of the planet, put the longitude of that planet as a real number against it at 50 pixels in from the left, but start at 10 pixels down from the top and create an equal spacing for each of the longitudes. And just save that, F9, and you'll see the output here. So the Sun is at 81.817697 degrees of zodiacal longitude, and that's in 360 degree notation. The Moon is at 341.514664 degrees of zodiacal longitude. If you want to show the planetary glyph, sorry, the sign glyph, it's very simple. You divide the longitude by 30. This creates an integer output which is recognized as a sign, and the sign glyph is put against those other pieces of data. You can see I've not got the spacing quite right there. If we increase that to 150, which is the X variable, that will tidy that up for us. So the Sun is in Gemini, the Moon is in Pisces, Mercury is in Cancer, Venus is in Gemini, and so on. The last thing I'd like to talk about is creating a help file within the template. This is already set up for you, and you can just type text in there between those commas, or quotes rather. And if we do F9 again, go to help, the English, you'll see that that is created, the help file with this basic text in there. For anybody that's new to coding or scripting, I wouldn't want you to be put off. I'd done very little programming before I came across Gene's AstroBasic, and over a period of time, and with some help and support from Gene, I've been able to create a large number of scripts for the program. Gene maintains a very helpful help file, which we have here. Just wait for that to load up. So the help file you can see here gives you an introduction to AstroBasic. You can look at what the types of variables are, the operators, multiply, divide, and we've used some of those in the script. The constants, all the different types of constants that are available, introduction to functions, the debugger that is included within the scripting program, profiler, which is a very helpful way of looking at any blocks or inefficient coding. And then you have a description of all the functions that are available. So some of the ones that we've used are, let's get the put ones. Put real number we used, so you get a description of how to use that. You can get put string, which again we used, put planet, and so on. So the help is all there for you to use. Thank you for watching, and if you decide to take up scripting with AstroBasic, good luck. I'm sure you'll enjoy what you're able to create. Many thanks.